across the diaspora in minutes, where we share all the inspirational and historic happenings within the Afrocentric community. Carice Rogers is a young black change maker who gained prominence for her efforts to promote self-confidence and self-love among young black girls. She's best known for starting the Flexing in My Complexion campaign. Tristan Walker is an entrepreneur and business leader known for his work in the tech industry. He has been dedicated to addressing the underrepresentation of people of color in the technology sector and creating products that cater to the specific needs of black consumers. Marley Diaz is a young activist and author known for her efforts to promote diversity and representation in children's literature. Marley Diaz gained national attention when at the age of 11, she launched the campaign #1000 Black Girl Books. The campaign aimed to collect and donate 1,000 books featuring black girl protagonists to schools and libraries. Madam C.J. Walker, whose birth name was Sarah Breedlove, is known for her pioneering work in the beauty and hair care industry. While she may not be known for one single specific invention, her most significant contribution was the development and marketing of a line of beauty and hair care products tailored to the needs of black women. Judy Reed was a pioneering innovator who transformed the baking industry with her groundbreaking invention. She created a dough kneader and roller that revolutionized the dough preparation process, greatly improving efficiency in baking.
Welcome everyone to Afrocents. Will pursuing your passion make you money? If you enjoy the show, please don't forget to hit that like button. Oh, I skipped a skip. Welcome to Afrocents. As we are reaching out to the African diaspora community and your pocketbook and my brain, tonight we have great voices to introduce you to on this episode of Will Pursuing Your Passion Make You Money, as we discuss ways of pursuing your goals that can make you financially successful. So let's make sense of the world. Let's talk Afrosense.
We are not able to make conscious decisions if we're not mentally.
Actually cash you are not helping, you are putting a stop. You're creating.
Ooh, that's right. I was like, we're talking, hitting that like button, but we haven't even played the theme song yet. But that's right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Afrosense. Will pursuing your passion make you money? If you do enjoy the show, please don't forget to hit that like button on YouTube. This upvote helps the algorithm send our content out to new people, building our audience, viewers like you. But also subscribe. If you feel like joining the Afrosense family, then hitting that bell icon to all, because it's the way that you get more of us in your feed by seeing our premieres and joining our live streams. Hello, chat. Finally, go check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Afrosense, where you can get behind the scenes early access and VIP perks for supporting the channel. And with that, what is up, everyone?
I am great, Amy. I am great. And how are you, Naja?
I'm doing good. How are you, Amy?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's great.
Yes.
I'm excited for this. I think when you talk about making money and pursuing your dreams, I think that's what everyone's trying to look for, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just want to say, well, of course, you know that my segment is coming up very, very soon, right? I guess
Yes.
with Rosado.
Mhm.
But one of the reasons why this podcast is so significant and at the same time so special and unique in terms of what we are doing is that if you look on most of the podcasts out there are not they specialize in like in different things. They talk about certain things, whether it's a politics and so forth. We over here we talk about the Afrocentric community. We talk about generational legacy. We talk about entrepreneurship. We talk about the different things, how it relates to money. Even coming on later on, we have Dr. McLaren will be coming on, but
Right.
she's gonna be talking about how does health and wealth, how does health affects money, how do they work on? So there
Mhm.
are so many different things that we do. Plus, at the same time, we have different opportunities right now. You guys would have seen more people here tonight on the podcast watching, but we have also another Zoom a meeting going on right now where people are on it there now trying to make some money. So not that we are here just talking about things chit chatting, but we are giving people the opportunity to make money. So we have a presentation going on there now for people to make some money, and we are changing lives, and that's the funeral the funeral plan. And
Mhm.
ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the United States or if you are in the Caribbean right now, and you have friends or family in the United States, and if you know that if someone should pass away, especially we know that we have lost a lot of people during the pandemic, and every day we are losing people. But just imagine that time when you have that loved one passing on or pass on, you can rest assured, you can have that peace of mind when you have the AFL, which is the Assure for Life plan. You don't have to worry. From that person pass away, all you have to do is just call the 800 number and just relax. We will take care of everything. I mean, if the person is in the United States, we will fly them down to whichever country that they are supposed to be buried, and you yourself will also get a return ticket. Tell me the cost for that. Only $10 per person.
Mhm.
7 person and one plan for only $70. People, let me tell you something. This is changing lives, and I personally, it helped me last year when my brother passed away. I just called the company and I was able to just relax myself. They did everything was totally taken care of. So that's the Assure for Life, ladies and gentlemen. Just $70 per month, that covers 7 people. You cannot have it better than that. And when I'm telling you, we know about these plans where you buy the platter, the grave, and you're paying for these things and so forth, and it end up costing you so much over the long run. And then you have to end up be the one to do all the work also. So you, when the person pass away, you have to make sure you do this, and the only thing that you paid for was basically the place to bury them. So with this AFL, ladies and gentlemen, it is very important that if you have loved ones and you are concerned about them, and if you know that if they pass away, you have to contribute towards it, the funeral expense plan, please call us on our call the office 646-688-5554, 646-688-5554. And whoever answer the phone, just tell them that you are interested in the funeral plan that Mr. Walker, Amy, and Naja have been talking about. So anyway, so that's all that I want to say. I just want to welcome all of you lovely people that are on. You are up for an awesome treat this evening. We have Dr. McLaren coming on. We have those young athletes coming on. I mean, we, I mean, you guys just sit back right now. as we are about to take that break, please invite some friends. Just take up your phone right now. Invite some friends. Call them and tell them to come over to watch this, because you guys are gonna be meeting some celebrities, or you're gonna be meeting some of your own people. And please, when it comes down to the Afrocentric people, we have to support each other. Anyway, that was just my 2 cents for tonight. I will be back to talk to later on to talk with Rosado, with solar, security, and surveillance. Everything that we talk about is something to give people peace of mind. So Naja and Amy, take it over.
All right, so good evening to all the persons in the Caribbean, the diaspora, and folks all around the world. Welcome to episode 6 of Afrocents, a podcast aimed at empowering and also educating the Afrocentric community. Now, for tonight's show, we will be joined by two of Jamaica's top national badminton athletes. And I just want to remind all our listeners right now, if you have any questions that you would like to ask our guests, if you have any thoughts on tonight's episode, if you are enjoying the episode so far, please do not hesitate to say it in the comments right there. So without further delay, please help me welcome our guests for tonight's show, Talia Richardson and Bradley Evans.
Wow.
Hello. Hi, Talia.
Hi. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you, Brad?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm doing great. I couldn't stop smiling when I saw the introduction. I just want to thank you so much for accepting the invitation to be on tonight's show. I'm pretty sure that you'll be dropping some very important information for our guests tonight. So let's just get straight into it. So Talia, you are the 2019 and 2021 RJR Gleaner Sports Foundation Athlete of the Year, a national champion, quarterfinalist in the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games, and most recently the medalist at the 2023 CAC Games in San Salvador. Brad, you are a recipient of multiple sports and academic scholarships. You are a Rocketline sponsored athlete. And for listeners listening right now, if you don't know what Rocketline is, it's actually one of the leading rocket companies in Birmingham. Brad, you're also a current master's student at the University of Birmingham, and you are Jamaica's second-ranked badminton player on the international circuit. All right, so starting with Italia, how do you feel when you hear me listing out all your accomplishments? How do you feel about them?
I sometimes I don't realize how much I've accomplished in my lifetime, but actually hearing you say it, and these are just, some of them, I really feel proud of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely feel proud of how far I've come and just being able to represent Jamaica and, spread awareness about the sport in other countries as well. Are you hearing me,
Save on
Bradley?
energy bills with Delta Solar Power. Say goodbye to frustrating power cuts and hello to a future of endless, reliable energy with the incredible potential of solar power. Imagine a world where your lights never flicker, your devices never die, and your business never stops due to a blackout. With solar power, you're not just choosing an energy source, you're choosing constant, uninterrupted power that keeps your life and work flowing smoothly. With advancements in technology, solar power is becoming more affordable. No more highlight bills and unpredictable energy. Discover how you can say goodbye to power cuts and embrace uninterrupted energy. Contact us at 646-688-5554. The future is solar, and it's a future without interruptions. For a limited time only, we're offering an unbelievable deal that you simply can't resist. Originally priced at $1,295, the Prosperity Watch is now available at an astonishingly discounted price of just $499. With the purchase of each Prosperity Watch, you have the choice of a free 5 days cruise to Mexico for 2 people, which includes meals, accommodation, entertainment, and special activities, or a free 3 days, 2 nights vacation for 2 people to Las Vegas, Orlando, or any of 20 other cities. This includes 2 round-trip airline tickets plus hotel accommodations, and you pay only the taxes and fees. And the best part? We've made it even easier to get started on your journey to prosperity. Choose from our flexible finance options. 3, 6, or 12 months to pay the $499 price, making it accessible to everyone. As a valued club member, you can earn a whopping $200 for each new referral. And that's not all. Your earnings multiply as your team members refer others, providing you with an exciting stream of additional income. For more information, contact our dedicated customer support team or visit prosperitywatchclub.com.
Okay. I am okay. So we're having a little technical challenge right now, or should I say not
Does
we,
happen.
but Nature. And that is one of the reasons why I can imagine that where she is, they are having like what, maybe a power cut right now. That seems that seemed like a power cut situation. So, um, and here what happened. I know Talia and Brad is there.
She is back.
Oh, she's back. Okay, because okay, nice to have her back. So we are going to go off screen in case we are having any challenges again regarding to Nature.
But we're
Um,
cheerleading.
yes, Amy and myself will be back. So see you guys.
Transform your child's future with our $1 Million Baby IUL plan. Start your child's journey to becoming the youngest millionaire in your family today. From just 1 month to 17 years, this plan is designed to secure your child's financial success. Contact us for more information.
I'm so sorry about that. So sorry about that, Tally and Bradley. All right. So I was at Bradley. I was asking you, is this where you envision yourself to be at just 22 years old?
Actually, not really. It's quite flattering hearing you like speak about my achievement because a couple years back it was quite. I didn't have this in my vision that I'll be doing actually 2 masters right now, being number 2 ranked in Jamaica internationally. So yeah, I didn't imagine myself like this, but I'm grateful to God for giving me this opportunity. It's only Him that has given me it so far. So yeah, really grateful.
Awesome. Now I know that sports it can be an expensive venture, just ranging from the cost that it takes for travel, equipment as well, and even tournaments and competitions. Even with the situation, what happened with the reggae girls, their difficulty in sourcing funding for the FIFA Women's World Cup. But I just want to ask you, have you experienced any difficulty in terms of funding your tournaments or competitions? I'll start with Talia first.
Yeah. So actually, when I saw what the regulars went through, I felt their pain, and it really hit home for me as well because, especially as like minor sports in Jamaica, you don't get as much support, and then it's so hard for you to get sponsorships. Luckily, you have associations like the Jamaica Olympic Association where they will award scholarship to athletes, and you can use that to like gear going towards like the Olympic Games and so forth. So small things like that does add up when it comes to like going to tournaments or like sorting out certain trainings. But initially or like most of the times you don't really get that big support that other sports may get, like track. So most times it's difficult and sometimes it can be, like a little demotivating, but at the end of the day, I just said to myself that, this is something I love and I'm really doing what I love. And no matter how hard it is or how difficult it is at the end of the day, it's something I really want to do. So it's just about like pushing past the obstacles and trying to find and get as much sponsorship as possible because these trips are, it is costly.
I can only imagine. Yeah. Brad, what about you?
Yeah, I think Tali touched on the bigger details, but I'll go a bit more simple. There's been time when my mom would complain about like just giving me money to go to training, to buy equipment and all that, and I would just have to say to her, "Mommy, you're making an investment in me." You know what I mean? Even though I'm struggling right now, you're making an investment in me. I'll give you all this money back. But I struggle a lot financially with badminton. There was only when I came to the UK in Birmingham where I showcased my talent as a badminton athlete and I gained the sponsorship of Racket Line was when some of the financial burden was eased. So they sponsored me with in terms of like my rackets, my shoes, going to some of my tournaments, and also paying for my tournament fees, my travel expense. So it's only when I came here things became a bit more easier for me. So yeah,
All right. So, in terms of the appreciation that badminton gets as a sport, would you say it's more appreciated in Birmingham rather than in Jamaica?
repeat that question, please.
Oh, I was asking if, in terms of the appreciation that badminton as a sport gets, is it more appreciated in Birmingham where you are rather than in Jamaica?
I wouldn't say it's more appreciated. I would just say that it's a bigger scope here. Like in terms of you have more people, you have more international athletes, more international students who live in a Birmingham. Birmingham is very multicultural, so you have people from all over the world coming into one place, and it's very likely that you'll have some of them who has the same love for like badminton or other sports. So you have a community of badminton which is much bigger than Jamaica. So you find that more people are more interested in badminton, and then what they have to do, they have to facilitate that market. So you have people who facilitate that in terms of like providing tournaments, providing let's go sessions, try badminton, such like that. So it's much easier to fund it here because you have that influx of people coming in, rather than Jamaica
Yes,
where it's just a small country. We don't have a lot of media coverage for badminton either, so not a lot of people know about badminton.
yes,
So
yeah,
it comes down to just those aspects. So it's just that here is a bigger community of for badminton, and not just badminton, but other sports. So they have to facilitate for that market. So that's my answer to that question.
All right, so we're having some new persons joining. So I see Alicia. Hi, Alicia. Welcome to Afrocents. We have Tale Fabulous saying big up star athlete, Tale Richardson. So welcome, Alicia, and welcome, Tale Fabulous. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. So other question is, I know that you both have made significant advancements in your career, but I'm pretty sure that there had to be a time when you were like, no, I'm not sure if this is for me anymore. There had to be a time when you were at your absolute lowest. You reconsidered playing the sport. So can each of you tell us a time where that thought crossed your head? I'll start with Talia first.
Yeah, I think although there's not like a big moment, there have been like small times where, and it comes pretty often to be very honest, especially as I've gotten older. Just said like I'm like I'm giving this my all. I'm putting so much resource into it. Like what am I really getting back? And then sometimes I think and I say why don't just like do something else, or why don't just like invest the money that I'm spending. But that small thing, or like that small hope that keeps me going, is just saying that, this is a dream and I can fight and kind of just make that dream a reality. So sometimes I'm just like, all right, I'm not going back to training again. I'm not going to do this again because it gets really hard at times. And then the next day I'm just up and I'm going after I said, I wasn't going to go. But there are times, especially earlier on in my career as well, where I was losing a lot and I was like, if I'm not gonna win, then it doesn't make any sense. And I took maybe like a week off from training. And then I was like, I can't, the last thing for me can be a loss. And then I just went back and kind of just like train and keep going. But it comes in waves at times where I'm like, okay, is it the end of the road now? And then I just keep going. So it's hard sometimes, but I just hang on to the dream, and making it a reality is really what I'm here for.
Yeah, but there's a quote that you usually use. Can you share that quote with our listeners? Explain
Make
what it means to you.
make improvements, not excuses. So that is one of the driving forces for me. Instead of just saying the reason why I'm not here is because of this, is because of that. Instead of just saying all of that, and it's something that I actively work on each day. Is not saying, oh, I can't be number one in the world because I'm from Jamaica, because I don't have a lot of resources. It's just like saying I'm from Jamaica, but I'm gonna make it. I'm from
Yes.
Jamaica without a lot of resources, but I'm still gonna find every way possible to make it to reach my goals. So that's kind of like the driving factor. And sometimes I fall a little short, but then
That's fine.
have that as a reminder to say, instead of just like making excuses, just find a way to make improvements.
Brad, what about you?
There's been a lot of times in my career that I felt like giving up a lot of times, but I have a very big one for you. I remember in 2021, I was training really hard for the Pan American Games in El Salvador, and to get financial support for that was really difficult. I mean, like I created a GoFundMe page with me and my doubles partner. He was adamant that he didn't want his face on a GoFundMe page, but I still did it anyway. And we had a very kind donor, which gave us some money for a flight, for accommodation in El Salvador and all that. So I booked my flight and all that, and I went to the airport to board the flight and all that, and I got turned back from the airport because I went through a travel agent, but the travel agent didn't let me know that I needed a US visa to go to El Salvador. So just imagine, yeah, going through all that struggle to get financial support, to pay for your flight, to pay for your accommodation, and none of those are refundable. So that happened, and I tell you, I took almost a month off from badminton. I was contemplating giving up. I was contemplating not playing badminton anymore until I just was like, I'll put that behind me. Money lost, blinders on, just keep pushing. So that was a big setback for me, but I still persevered, and yeah.
Awesome, awesome stuff. So right now we're going to have our birthday celebration to see who will be celebrating their birthdays this month. So let's see them. All right, and those were the persons who will be celebrating their birthdays. On behalf of the Afrocents podcast team, we are wishing you the biggest slice of happy. All right, so we're going to touch on wealth generation and sustainability aspect of this now. Now your professional career, we know that it's costly, it's extremely costly. But are you actually making more money than you are pumping into it right now? Brad, we'll start with you. As Italia's face. All right, Brad, go ahead.
Actually, right now, I would say me personally is not putting a lot of money into it because I'm currently sponsored, and
Sponsored,
at the
right?
minute I'm in a university setup. So what happens is that once you're in a university setup, you pay less money to actually play badminton, to actually pay for coaching. Let me tell you, badminton, if you paying for coaching is really expensive. But because I'm in a university setup and I'm on a scholarship, I don't pay for that. So at the minute, and also I don't pay for equipment. So at the minute, it's not as drain on my pocket. But back then, if I should think way back, it was quite difficult for me. I would have to ask my parents a lot for money and stuff like that because I wasn't sponsored. But at the minute now I'm sponsored, it's quite relieving for my pocket. So yeah, I would say it's quite balancing out. I'm getting more results out of it more than I'm putting money into it at the minute. Yes.
Okay, Talia, what about you?
For me, I'm giving a lot of funds to badminton and my parents' money as well, as well as solidarity scholarships is going into badminton. Getting it back, not monetarily. I'm getting it back in points when I go to tournaments. I'm getting it back from knowledge that I get from experience. So if you're looking at it in I'm giving $10 to get back $20, it's not like that. But I am getting back from what I put in, which is the important part. It's not just, sometimes it's not about the monetary aspect where, I am putting in money, but also there's so much growth that I can see that, okay, I'm putting, but I'm also getting so much out of it.
All right, great. So I know that Talia, you have completed your undergraduate degree. And Brad, you're actually on your second master's degree. No, I'll start with you first, Brad. Is your
Yeah.
decision to pursue a master's degree, is it like a plan B to badminton if badminton doesn't take you that far? Or is it like a second source of income for you?
No, it's not necessarily a second source of income for me. For me, what I've realized from early that badminton itself would not put me in a good financial position in my life. So what I've done from very early is to recognize that, and what I've done is that I basically link my education with badminton. So I basically put myself in a position to attract sponsorship, especially from university. So I use especially my Instagram as a way of promoting myself, as a way of like putting my badminton content out, and also just using that platform just to attract. So it's not necessarily a plan B for me, it's actually a plan A. It was all planned, it was all I prayed about it, all that. It was all communicated with my parents, with my sponsors, all that initially. Even when I came to the UK, I spoke to my sponsor about it. And even though my second master's is also linked, so it's all a part of the grand plan that I have had before. I thought about it and now I'm executing it.
All right, great. And Talia, what about you?
Yeah, for me, just growing up, my parents always told me, we support you 100%, but school and education is just something that we think is very important. And I've grown to value education. It doesn't matter, how far I do make it in badminton, which I do want to make it to the top, but I'm still gonna always appreciate school and education because it gives you a lot. And going through school, going through CSEC, CAPE, and going through all of uni, being able to find that balance, though it was hard, it was doable. So I'm not saying, oh, school is like a plan B. I think the both of them are plan A's.
Yeah.
All right. So, just one more question in terms of the financial aspect of it. Do you actually see yourself retiring from the funds that you have garnered from a professional career in badminton? So, everything that you have gotten from badminton, from you started playing your tournaments and everything, can you see yourself retiring comfortably? That is, retiring comfortably from everything that you've garnered thus far. Brad, you're laughing, so I'll start with you.
No, definitely not. I can promise you that. No. I couldn't even rent a house. But what I can say, I cannot, but what I can say, it has put me in a position to pursue other things. So yeah, at the minute, no.
All right, and Talia?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Not retire comfortably. Definitely not retire comfortably. Playing on the eastern side of the world. If I was playing on the eastern side of the world and really in maybe the top 20 of the world, and I've gone to a couple Super 1000 tournaments, and I've won a few, good championships. I probably could have retired, but it's not time for me to retire yet. So after that stretch of tournaments, then I should be
We're
able
still
to
young.
retire comfortably.
We're still young. We're still young. We're still young.
Yeah.
All right. So closing out this segment now, unfortunately, we have to, close it off right here. So what do you want to say to the youths who they wish to pursue a career in sports, but they feel a bit daunted by the possibility of it not being a profitable or even a sustainable career? What would you say to them? Talia, I'll start with you.
Yeah, so I'll just say to everyone out there, it might seem difficult or it might seem like it's not possible, but it's really about the first step. And it's not only for badminton, it's about like all the sports, whether minor or major in Jamaica. It's about your dream and really what you want to accomplish. If you have your mindset or your goal set on the Olympics or at certain games, then it's really possible. And it's not just about getting back monetary subsidization or stuff like that, but also for me, I've gotten scholarships for university. Sports can provide you with different experiences, it can help you with education, and it can really just help in your personal growth.
Awesome, well said. And Brad, what about you?
Yeah, I actually wrote something for this. Actually, I knew this question was coming, so but so I want to share my journey with you as fellow athletes, as I fellow athlete who face financial challenges while pursuing my passion for badminton. It's a journey that taught me invaluable lessons about perseverance, resilience, and the power of combining sports with dedication. Just like many of you, I too dream of excelling in my sport and making it a full-time career. However, the reality of funding tournaments, purchasing equipment, and meeting my basic needs as a badminton player often seemed daunting. The road was tough, but I discovered a transformative path that I believe can inspire you. I realized that by balancing my athletic pursuits with my commitment to academics, I could unlock opportunities that would not only support my passion, but also prepare me for a sustainable future. I decided to focus on my studies alongside my badminton training, and it turned out to be a game changer. Through dedication and hard work, I earned scholarship that allowed me to become a student athlete. This unique opportunity enabled me to experience the life of an athlete while simultaneously gaining the qualification needed for my future career. It was challenging, balancing act, but it opened doors that I could never imagine. So here's my message to you. Don't let fear of an unsustainable athletic career hold you back from pursuing your passion. Instead, consider the power of combining your love for sports with a strong commitment to education. This combination can provide you a solid foundation for your future, even if your sport is not immediately profitable. Education not only prepares you for life beyond sports, but can also provide opportunities for scholarship, mentorship, and personal growth. It gives you tools to navigate challenges of an athlete's journey while building a foundation for a fulfilling and sustainable career. Remember, your journey may not always be easy, and financial hurdles may seem unsurmountable. But it's the lessons you learn along the way and the dedication to your dream that truly define your success. Embrace the opportunities that education can offer and use them to fuel your passion for sports.
Well said, Bradley, well said. Seems like there's a little disconnection.
Uh,
What's next for you, Bradley? Another master's after this one?
well, we'll see. Maybe a PhD. Yes,
Are you seeking a holistic path to wellness? We believe in one disease, one cure. Introducing McLaren's Age Reversing and Wellness Center. We offer a wide range of holistic services such as sauna therapy, vibration plate therapy, ionic foot detox, pressotherapy sessions, body blueprints nutritional audits, and magnetic full body scans. Your body, balanced or imbalanced, holds the key to your well-being. We empower you to find the root cause of your health concerns and harness your body's natural ability to detoxify and heal. Experience the transformative power of holistic care. Make an appointment today, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call us at 914-278-9394 or visit 557 Main Street, Suite 201, New Rochelle, New York 10801.
Oh, you're pulling at me, Glenroy. Muted.
Yes, I'm here.
Woo-hoo!
Okay, when is not a muted mic, it is some form of internet or power cut. Wow, I just want to say us congratulations to those two to Brad, is it Brad and Talia? It's amazing though. One of the things that I realize about my our beautiful country, Jamaica, is that when we have these talented athletes, we don't support them at the beginning. We wait until they everybody else out there is praising them, is I mean they are like number one in the world, are they everyone else is there for them and support, then we just jump on the bandwagon. I don't know understand what the government is doing in Jamaica or the private sector. But all that I want to say to those young athletes out there, that we at Afrocents, we have been noticing, we have been taking we have been trying our best to understand and to see basically what you guys are going through, and in the near future we are hoping that we can be able to contribute towards sports in Jamaica. So when it comes down to you guys reaching the top, you don't have to be there struggling. Your parents or your family are you doing GoFundMe and all of those different things. We are gonna try to put some funding in place, and we are asking people, those of you that are watching right now, join us and let us support our athletes, because they are our people, and we have to help them to build that foundation for them and their generation. Anyway, I'm talking a long time now, and I think Naja is back. So we are gonna be taking the exit right now while Naja come back with Dr. McLaren. And then I think after that we will be having the mother of the month, Miss Ray Smith. She's in the background, I think, waiting for us to be actually celebrating with her. So Naja, back to you.
Oh my goodness, I'm not sure what happened a while ago, but I'm so sorry about that. We just want to thank Talia Richardson and Bradley Evans for joining us this evening. They shared some very valuable information, and I'm pretty sure that our listeners have learned so much from them, and they have inspired so many persons. So thank you again, Talia and Bradley, for being on the show tonight. So we're jumping out from that segment and we're moving into our health and wellness segment with integrative health specialist Dr. McLaren. So without further delay, please help me welcome Dr. McLaren.
Numbers, the degree of completion is numbered from.
Hi, Dr. McLaren. How are you?
I'm well. I'm well. Thank you for having me this evening.
It's always a pleasure to have you. So for our listeners who may be a bit new here, could you just introduce yourself? Tell us more about your practice and what you do.
First off, I do pray that this podcast become a great success because I've noticed that all the episodes that have been on so far has highlighted some people or some folks who have been ignored and who need to come to the forefront, just like those two young people that were on earlier. Like in Jamaica, the two persons. Yes, so folks, McLaren's Age Reversing Wellness Center is all about changing lives. Of course, by educating and testing our clients to identify underlying imbalances that can impact their health negatively. An example of this would be hypertension that is considered or treated as if it's a symptom. But I just want to reiterate, I've said it so many times before, that hypertension is not a disease, but it may point us to other serious conditions that are not immediately identified by standard medical examination or practice or through any kind of symptoms for that matter. Also, we offer diet and lifestyle coaching, weight management coaching, and education. Of course, our goal is to empower the public, our clients, to grasp that opportunity that is there for them, take it away from the exterior and put it on themselves, and take responsibility of their own temple, because we are the ones who will suffer when the insurance runs out. They turn their backs. Some folks have to mortgage their homes. They have to borrow money from their friends and family. And some just succumb to their illnesses because they didn't find answers. They didn't know what to do. They didn't have the tool required. And a lot of them didn't seek information. And there are many, I must say, that don't believe in holistic, the practice that we do. And that is very sad because it is
Hold on,
very.
Dr. McLaren. I actually have a question on this. I don't want you to get on the answer so quickly. I know you're getting excited, but the question is, all right. So in our previous episode, David, who is a business journalist, we spoke about how in school that we are taught that we should work hard, and then we carry that same mentality into our jobs or even our businesses. But really and truly, how can we balance building wealth and generational legacy and wealth with just creating more holistic wellness for ourselves? How can we balance two of those?
All right. Of course, health is actually wealth. Okay? You can't separate them. Okay? If you don't have health, no matter how much money you have, how many um, ounces of gold you have, no matter how many pieces of furniture in your house, how expensive your belongings are, your health precedes that. So if one is not emotionally, physically, spiritually, and all the other alleys, cohesive in that sense, it's void. Everything is voice. Everything that feels going after doesn't serve any purpose. So we have to first get our mind in the sphere where we think, this is about me, this is about my family, especially if you're a breadwinner. You're the one who brings the bacon home or the salad home. You're the one who bring it home. You have a responsibility to your family to make your health a priority. And it does not have to be an expensive move. Basic things such as going to bed on time, staying hydrated, avoiding all the chemical laced foods out there.
1 minute, Dr. McLaren. What do you mean by going to bed on time? Can you like explain that a bit more?
Okay, so research has shown that if you're not getting at least 7.5 hours of sleep, you're really not doing yourself justice. And
Every
it's not
night? Every night, is that
every
possible
night,
every single night?
every night. And
But
it's not.
okay, all right, Dr. McLaren. So you have someone who's working on their business. They really want to grow their business to provide for their families or even to leave their job. How is it possible for them to get 7 hours of sleep every single night? Is that really realistic, Dr. McLaren?
You see, because we are in a country, I know in Jamaica, it's a little easier because Jamaica move a little smoother. In the US and in other first world, they call them West and some parts of the East, Asia and so
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Those people, they work long hours and they have the grind. And if you notice that diseases are more rampant in these countries because they're not getting their sleep. I've had clients who, through conversations with them, we had to make a decision that you're going to talk to your boss or you're going to drop one of these jobs. You're going to work on it. And if you can't, say, for example, you're working night shift, which is, they call it graveyard shift. If you're working that late, at the time when your body should be getting all of that wonderful restorative sleep, all the growth hormones get released when you're sleeping. You know what I mean? For those folks who are awake that time, and I've seen many of them, their health suffers. Okay. And even after years of switching shifts, they're still having difficulty sleeping. Yes. So if you are a nighttime worker, my advice is when you do get a chance to sleep in the daytime, if you don't have to take your children to school because your wife or your husband has to go to work, it's tough. It's really tough, you know. I say as soon as you get enough, as soon as you get home and you do a little freshening up and so on, you try to get to bed. You know, I mean, if you consume something, it's going to be difficult. So it is advisable that you eat the night before, the
Okay,
evening
okay.
before, because you're on a different cycle. So your day is your night and your night is your day. So you get home, you don't turn the TV on, you don't sit on your telephone, your cell phone. You make your bedroom as dark as possible. You put that thing over your face, make it dark, dark. So you trick the body to release melatonin. You know, that hormone that we release when the sun goes down. So for those folks, that's what is good for that will help them. But it takes discipline. Yes, it's difficult for every night, but those who can should. Because I know for a fact that many folks, they get home early, but they stay up and they're on their phones and they're on their computer and they fall asleep in front of the TV and they have a TV in their bedroom that put them to bed. Yeah, they have no excuse. So it is good depending on the location you are, because some places night come earlier than other places. But
Right,
an
right.
average good time is say from about 10, between 10 and 3 o'clock in the morning is an ideal time according to all the research findings that there is. That's a time when the body actually releases those great hormones that does such wonderful, wonderful work in the body to just get everything organized. So when you get up, you feel refreshed. Did I answer your question?
You did answer my question a bit, but I still don't see how it's realistic to get 7 hours of sleep every single night.
No, it's not. It's not possible. But it is something that we should strive for.
Okay, okay.
All right, we should strive for it because the world that we're living in, we have lights all day long. You know, like in certain countries where there are limits on electricity or night lights. People tend to go to bed earlier. Maybe that's why they have so many babies in those countries because they go to bed earlier. Because as soon as the sun sets, it starts to get dark, and they're ready for bed, and they get up very very early. Some 4 or 5 o'clock they're up. When some of us are going to bed in the West, we're going to bed at that time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so those who can help it, do your best to do that. You know, and also incorporate some movement, some exercise, Our bodies were designed to move. We have to do that. Those are basic. God gave us free sunshine. He gave us free water. He gave us free air. He gave us a body that should be moving. What else can we ask the Lord for?
You have a good point. You have a good
Yeah.
point, Dr. McLaren. No, holistic health it's for everyone, regardless of their socioeconomic background. But how can persons from a low income or even persons from marginalized communities, how can they achieve holistic health?
Ah, my dear. That's the thing, that gets a little difficult for some folks. And if you notice, some of those fast food places, they get very crowded because many of the low income folks believe that they should um, run to that fast food. I'm not going to call any name of any place. And they grab something. But if you add it up, if a mother and father goes to one of those places and buy a burger, some fries, you give some fried chicken, and by the time they add that up, the money that they spend on that, they could have probably prepared 2 or 3 meals for that week.
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
So I grew up in a large family, and my mother would say she turned her hand make fashion. She was very creative in the kitchen. Anything could make a good meal, no matter how simple it was. So poverty is a challenge for proper diet, but at the
It
same
is.
time, our choices, and it's not just not having the money, it's the choices that a lot of people make. They'd rather take the money to buy something that doesn't nourish than to take time in the kitchen and to do something. All right. So, the thing about it is that poverty is really no excuse for getting in your kitchen and doing something, unless you live on the street. So we can save some money that way. We can make decision as to what is a priority. Should we get the Nike shoe? Should we get the expensive name brand pocketbooks? Should we shop at Amazon every day? Stuff like that. Sometimes people sacrifice their health for those things, and then they eat garbage. So with some education, especially now that information is so readily available, everybody, most of us, not everybody, but most of us have a cell phone, and you can find information, the simplest way to get certain stuff done. So, yes, so poverty, you can still do a little something with that.
All right, understood. So as we end our health and wellness segment, what do you want to leave with our listeners in terms of, cultivating holistic health? What do you want to leave with our listeners?
All right, so God provided everything for us. That is holistic. When he made Adam, when he created Adam and he made Eve, he had done everything else. He had provided everything. All we have to do is think about what our grandparents, those of us who are above age 30, think back, your great grandmother, your grandmother, look what they used to eat. And you notice that they never had these kind of diseases that we're talking about now. So what I want everyone to take away from this is look at the history of food, the food that our foreparents eat before all this industrialization.
All right, so give us some examples. Give us some examples of the foods.
Okay, all right. So our great grandparents, they used to, for one thing, give us detox. They used to clean us out, especially when it's about school time to go back to school. Yes. And I find that 99.9% of my clients forgot that. And they think that when they become adult, they don't need to, but they forget that those parasites and all that stuff grow with them. And they keep replicating or multiplying in their systems. Okay? You still can find food from the ground. Okay? You still can find vegetables. They never had packaged food like they do have now. I remember growing up, for us, a snack was a fruit. We were lucky to find a cookie or so. And we have a thing they call bully and bulla. Bulla was bulla was our fast food. And those who can't afford the bulla. I remember climbing an apple tree, and I was sitting up there and I was eating the apple and dropping the seed on the ground, getting the mangoes. We can't do that here in America, but we have the Caribbean stores,
Right.
the stores where we can get those food to buy. Yeah, I mean, light the stove, put the food on. That's what our grandparents used to do. Don't go and take your money and buy food that can last forever. Those food that is laced with chemicals that preserve them for the next 10 to 15 years, that museum food. Take the money and buy wholesome stuff. Use your coconut oil, use your olive oil. Forget about those margarine and all that stuff. Those are man-made stuff. Those are chemical foods. Our grandparents didn't even know what those things were. Probably some of them turning over in their graves right now. They see what we're eating. And those food, our bodies cannot recognize it. So we have to eat the food that is bioavailable. When we eat it, the body says, yes, you love me and I love you. Not the forest food.
Well said, Dr. McLaren. Again, thank you so much for joining us. It's always informative when you share. You will be back 2 weeks from now, so our listeners, you can look out for that. If you have any questions that you would like to ask our integrative health specialist, Dr. McLaren, you can always type those in the comments or even send us a message on Instagram at Afrocents Podcast. So once again, thank you so much, Dr. McLaren, and we will see you in the next 2 weeks.
Looking forward to it.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. So no problem. All right. So we will be having our Mother of the Month for August, Ray Smith. Amy will be interviewing her, and we did say it on last week's episode that she will be on for this week's episode. So I'm not going to delay it any longer. Please help us welcome the Mother of the Month for August, Ray Smith.
Hi, Ray. How are you?
Amy. I'm doing well. Good evening, everyone.
That's right. Hello, everyone out there in the chat. But Ray, I just want to say not only is it lovely to meet you, but congratulations because you are our Mother of the Month.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm honored.
And what I would like to know is that being Mother of the Month is exciting. And I want to know, how do you feel right now?
I'm still kind of shocked. I'm still kind of shocked, but I feel amazing, to just be recognized for just raising beautiful souls on this earth. So it feels really good, surreal.
So piggybacking right off that, motherhood is no easy feat, significantly raising twin girls. How did you tackle motherhood and having a career?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. It's still something that I have to ask myself, how did I manage? But I think when you have like no choice, it's kind of like you make, you make choices that are necessary to your children. So that way, your kids depend on you and you don't want to let them down. So you want to make sure that there's no excuses. Tapping into any resources, any support systems, whether friends, family. I really strongly believe in tribe. So tapping in from any angle possible, and just no excuses, never give up.
I agree. You use the word tribe. I like that, and family. It always goes back somehow, always back to family.
Yeah.
And so, with that, we all watched the interview with Ashley and Emily, and we were in awe of their intelligence and diligence in the respective fields. But could you describe the feeling you felt when they both decided to trod different paths?
It was beautiful. Just as a parent to see how they will each blossom into their own individual personalities and being young adults. So for me, I'm blessed, to be alive to get to see that, and I'm very grateful. And I support them in any and everything that they do. They're excellent kids. Yeah, they're very excellent kids, and it actually adds excitement to my own life to see that. Um, and I felt really great about it.
Because you start to see them blossom into not only their own people, but amazing that they're doing so well, like I said, in their respective fields.
Absolutely.
And so, and you were kind of talking about this just a moment ago. What advice? Oh, I completely know that, so don't feel bad.
That's actually one of my daughters right now.
Woo-hoo.
Excuse me for that.
No, not at all. That is part of being a mother.
That's part of motherhood.
Honestly, we should be putting the podcast on hold if you need us to.
Yeah.
So you were speaking a little bit about advice I felt that was actually useful, universal, but speaking of mothers to be and mother figures, what important support could you give them for their child or their children's lives?
Support for the children, or in terms of parenting?
I guess for mothers to be, or that they were soon to be mothers, and what maybe I guess the support system that they may have to form.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, definitely just, finding your team or your tribe or your friends, whatever resources that you have. Definitely tap into that. For me, I know just reading books, even though they say like there's nothing to prepare you really for motherhood. I read a lot of books. I had to think about how I wanted to be as a parent, not just, what I saw or observed, but what I wanted for my own family. So just kind of knowing and having a vision of what type of family you want to raise, what type of family structure, what does your family structure looks like, and just having a sense of vision, I think, and purpose. I think that that's a good starting point, and it's okay if things change, but just always knowing that you're doing what's best for you and your family. And I think that should be a great starting point.
I just have to say that I saw a study that just said that just by having books in the room, that children have a higher chance of wanting to read and being readers. And so just for my niece and my nephew, And it has been, if I believe in traditions, it has been a tradition. They each get a book every birthday. And so they probably, I now know they have at least dozens of books. So
Yes.
I completely agree, and just supporting them on those type of academics. And so if we could, because I liked everything that you were saying, and I think that it relates universally. And so I guess as we're starting to come to the close, is there any suggestions, tips that you think that mothers, but everyone, could lead a more productive life?
I think observation. Make a lot of observations and think critically. I think critical thinking is something that is just being pushed to the side nowadays. And I think if we all develop and keep that skill of critical thinking, we'll learn how to think for ourselves in every situation, and we'll know how to do what's best for ourselves and our family, and not just what we see everyone else doing, or instead of following, let's say, a crowd, or feeling like we need to fit in. So I would say that as well. And the last one would probably be trust. Have trusting relationships with your family, with friends, with family, family, friends, your children. Trust is a very big thing. So I think those are key things.
Absolutely. I think they're kind of crucial, especially I think the overarching advice that I really like is just having a social support network. Is that although there may be single mothers, mothers with, no matter what the mother, as you have a family, as you have a community, you kind of come together to raise a village.
Yeah, absolutely.
And okay, Ray Smith, it was lovely having you on. You just seem like not only a wonderful person, but a wonderful mother. Thank you for being here, and truly an honor for us to have you as Mother of the Month.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Um, I think somebody had forgotten was to actually offer the mother of the month gift tonight, but I guess we will do that behind the scene later on or tomorrow. So for those of you that are out there, and if you have a mother and your mom have been really that kind of person that have always been there for you and support you, um, just being there. As a matter of fact, your mom don't really have to do anything special, because just to bring you into this world is more than enough. But if you have that that type of mom, remember that you can submit to us about, I mean, the information is there. I don't really remember all the requirements, but the information is there, somewhere there. um, Naja will actually tell you about that later, how you can qualify, or help your mom qualify to be mother of the month. So Ray was actually mother of a mother of the month for August. So we will be having a mother of the month for September, then one October, November, and December. So I want you guys to participate, and we are here to celebrate with you. We are here to help you to appreciate your mom. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, don't leave us. I know after the mother of the month is gone, all of our supporters are gonna believe in us and those talented athletes. But myself and Rosado, we are here to talk to you guys a little and help you to have that peace of mind. Because one of the things that the Caribbean and most of the world, not only Jamaica and the Caribbean, South America, Latin America, Africa, and even in the United States, is for us to have that peace of mind. And in Jamaica, I mean, a lot of us will hear about different things that are really happening in Jamaica. And it's somehow we start to feel a little bit timid. We feel afraid to travel back home and all these sort of things and so forth. So we are here. I'm here with Rosado to talk to you guys a little about some of the things that we are putting in place that will be able to give you that peace of mind. So welcome, Rosada. You're too relaxed, man. Come on, ease up the chair and come up front, let and talk to the people. Remember that you are the engineer in Jamaica that are going to give these people that peace of mind. So welcome, 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 sir. We are
Sorry about that. I was just allowing you the opportunity to, open.
no, no, man, you can't allow me, because boy, me talk a lot, So look here, if you give me the opportunity, man, I'll be talking all night for those of you that know. So tell us a little bit about yourselves, especially for those of you. By the way, Glenn, Roy, and that's Rosado. So Rosado, tell us a bit about yourself, especially for those people that are just tuning in for the first time. They want to know who you are and how are you going to be able to help them to have that peace of mind when they decide to come to Jamaica, when they decide to buy that house in Jamaica, if they don't already own a house in Jamaica.
Well, good night again to everyone that's watching. And I'm Rosado Green. I am the technical expert. I am the one who's gonna get your camera sorted out, get your energy system up and running. So base your internet. I can, if you have issues with internet, I am the one who can sort out all of those good stuff. So you know, yeah, I'm the technical expert.
So okay, you mentioned three things a while ago. You mentioned surveillance system, you mentioned internet, and you mentioned power, your energy. So this is serious, ladies and gentlemen. So you are talking about the solar energy, right?
Solar energy. So
And
the
then you are talking about a surveillance system with deal with
yeah,
cameras, sensor, and all of those lovely things. And then you are talking about also the internet. So I want to hear a little bit about that internet part, because I know most people have to be dependent on Flow, Digicel, and of course there's some small private companies in Jamaica that offer internet services. So how do you or do you fit into the internet part there? Because I'm very curious because I I'm a part of the team, and you are just revealing something to me tonight for the first time.
So it's not that I install or would say I'm a service provider. If it is that you're having issues, I can recommend a fix or I can have it fixed. Doesn't matter which service provider you're with. I also do networking, which is expanding the internet basically. So if you have internet in one location, I can use routers and extenders wirelessly or wired, depending on what we're doing to extend your internet. So for some people, they usually would have like three internet boxes from the same company paying different internet bills, especially people who do Airbnb guest house with a lot of rooms. They, instead of paying three internet bills or two internet bills, we network the internet and basically extend it, disperse it with routers and extenders wirelessly. For most people don't like to have the wires running all over the place, so we do wireless extending, and also we can have wired if it is going in a distance where Wi-Fi signal or wireless signal won't pick it up.
Okay, so I have a job for you right now. You need to go and see Nasia, because Nasia is having some technical challenge. It seems like it's some Wi-Fi situation she's having. So the first job is for our podcast host. You're gonna have to deal with that for her. I mean, before next week Tuesday.
Well,
So
definitely, and then we'll see the difference here, and then they'll see what I'm talking about. Definitely.
all right, so Naja, we have Rosado. Rosado is gonna be calling on you to come and start out that situation. Okay, so all right, so one of the things that I noticed that I'm not even gonna be. I know that time is a little bit against us tonight. So next week we are going to be doing some comparison regarding to solar system in America versus Jamaica. But one of the things that I noticed that a lot of companies in Jamaica nowadays they are promoting solar energy and so forth. But the difference between the solar system that you are offering or that we are offering to the clients out there is a state of the art, is a hybrid system, is because I compare it with a lot of the companies in Jamaica, because one of the things that you have to look on affordability. And I notice that some of the stuff that the different companies are offering, they're offering like some of the older model system. And but because the clients are really not educated or properly informed about what they are getting or what they are buying, they actually go and later on they will say, boy, the solar thing not working, or them realize that them have to buy a new set all over again and so forth. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is one of the things. You need to be educated, you need to be properly informed, and you need to give us a call. Call us on the US number or the Jamaica number that you see running across the screen, and someone will be able to talk to you and inform you, educate you, and show you comparison on the different type of system is out there and so forth. So that is very, very important, right, Rosado?
Just cut you for a second. Sorry about that. As you were saying, it it's a sometimes it's not that the system is old or it is outdated, but in technology, even an iPhone, if you're buying an iPhone, you can buy a 28 gig, no, 32, 64, 128. You know what I mean? Gig.
R256.
Exactly. So it's the
Right.
same thing with a solar system. So a person will be offering the same, seemingly the same thing. But if you read the specs, they are so different because it might be the same six panels, but they're different type of panels. They might be the same battery, it might be the same one single battery, but it's a different power storage. It has a different one has a higher storage than another. You know what I mean? So definitely being educated about what you're being sold is very important, as even some of the installers, they are just looking to make, you know what I mean, a quick buck. So
Okay.
they'll give you what they think what they think they can offer you that will work, which is not generally the best, but it will work, and it's the cheapest option for them to make a money.
And one of the things that in Jamaica, even the United States it happened, but in Jamaica quite often we have power cut. One of the things that you want to make sure, ladies and gentlemen, is that the system that you have, if you have power cut in in the day or in the evening or sometime in the night, the system that you are going to have can be able to run right through the night until the following day it recharge itself again, right?
Definitely.
So the amp is also very important for things like that. So
Sure.
right. So of course, and also there's some companies that are still using breaker system. Can you tell us tell us the difference between using a breaker system and a plug-in system right now?
Well, one is a more upgraded system, as they are building inverters with fuse and their own breaker systems. So the old breaker that you usually have to, you know what I mean, to switch over to the JPS when store power is out, or you have to manually change, that doesn't work on the systems that we offer. Our systems are
Okay.
great systems, and all it does, if it is in a rare situation, there isn't enough storage in your batteries, it will automatically switch over to the JPS, and as soon as the batteries are charged, or there is storage enough for it to run equipment, then it will automatically switch back to the solar. So there's no manual, you know what I mean, changing
Right.
that
Okay.
has.
So what you are saying with the breaker system, if the light should go, JPS should go. Seeing that we have JPS in Jamaica, we are using Jamaica as an example right now. You would have to manually actually switch the system when you have the breaker, right?
That is it.
Okay, so when you have the inverter along with the hybrid battery, it's just a plug-in. So as soon as the light cut, automatically the solar system will come on.
Yes.
So that means to say you don't have to be at your home, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to be in
Yeah,
Jamaica. Uh,
awake, you can be sleeping.
you could be sleeping, right? And especially in this day and time, you want to have light and current or electricity at all time, running your refrigerator, running your AC, running your surveillance system or your internet services. So that is the reason why it is very important for you guys to give us a call. The numbers are at the bottom, but I will tell you 646 688 5554. 646-688-5554, or you can actually call the Jamaica number for those of you that are in Jamaica, or for those of you that want to call the Jamaica number. The Jamaica number is 876-826-5345. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know that time is far spent. Rosado and myself, we are going to be here like every Tuesday night. So, and also different nights during the course of the week. so you can get more information. But give
What
us a call.
one
And
last before you go,
yes,
Mr.
Prasad, of course, I have to make sure that you wrap up.
There, I want to introduce for people who are in a like a mobile area where flow or DDCell doesn't work, or they haven't reached us yet, or they are in the city just the same but is tired of how flow or DDCell operates. Then there is an option for Starlink. It works here in Jamaica and it works amazing. I'm actually on a Starlink right now. So you know what I mean?
Wow.
It,
So
it
you see, we are giving people different choices, so you don't have to depend on flow. Sorry, guys. You don't have to depend
it's
on
so
flow,
fun.
and you don't have to depend on Digicel. There are options. So please call us and we will be able to give you more information. If you want to talk to Rosado, you will get the opportunity to talk to Rosado. If you want somebody to go by your resident to take a look to see what is needed. And by the way, if you tell us how many refrigerator and how many ACs you have into your home, we can be able to give you an estimate, either without having Rosado or any other member of the team to go and look on your physical location. So these are that is when it comes on to state of the art, ladies and gentlemen. So we just want to say thank you for taking time out to be here with us, chatting with Glenroy, chatting with Rosado regarding to solar security and surveillance. Next week we are open to have our security detail persons on the show with us. He's going to be able to talk to us how added peace of mind. That means to say for those people that are traveling in Jamaica, or those people that are looking to come to return back to Jamaica, whether it is permanent or for a visit, that gentleman will be able to show you how you can be picked up at the airport, travel right across Jamaica, wherever your destination, without you have to worry, ladies and gentlemen. So next week, our security detail person will be on the show with us, with myself and Rosado, and you will hear more information. So without further ado, I am going to be turning back over to our host, and see you next week. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, X, Patreon. Amy will tell you guys more about that. So it was a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
Good night.
Experience the power of the sun with our fall special offer. For a limited time, get a massive 50% discount on solar energy systems priced at $9,000 or more. Our offer includes professional installation and all the materials that you need. With the most advanced technology, 51.2 volt 200 amp hour 10 kilowatt lithium battery, 12 kilowatt MPPT hybrid inverter Lux power, monocrystalline and polycrystalline panels. We help you harness the sun's energy like never before. Say goodbye to high energy bills and reduce your carbon footprint with clean, renewable solar energy. Call 876-826-5354 or 646-688-5554. Join the solar revolution and secure your energy independence today.
I want to thank you for joining us on Afrocents. Well, will pursuing your passion make you money? As we discuss ways of pursuing your goals that can make you financially successful while bringing you the voices that we thought could help you understand how to make better economic or intellectual decisions, like our fantastic guests tonight, Talia Richardson and Bradley Evans, Dr. Judith McLaurin and Rosaldo, our Mother of the Month, Ray Smith. And I also want to thank tonight's host, the fabulous Nadria. Backstage, our hardworking Alex. I am trying so hard. I'm going to get it. You just watch. Along with our man with our plan, our executive producer, Glenn Roy. I am Amy, who is sending you love. I could even get my name right. If you enjoy the show, please don't forget to hit the like button on YouTube. This upvote helps the algorithm send our content out to new people, building our audience, people like you. But also subscribe if you feel like joining the Afrocents family, and then hitting the bell icon so they get you more of us in your feed by seeing our premieres and joining our live streams. Finally, if you're looking to support the show, why not head over to our Patreon and unlock yourself some unique perks by going to patreon.com/Afrocents, where you can get some behind the scenes early access and VIP perks. Supporting content as we speak about putting your mind at ease by growing the one asset that Afrosense thinks makes sense and can make your dreams come true. Money! Good night, everyone.